share with you the 3 P's of success. Those are possibility, planning, and persistence. Now I'm going to take a little time on possibility because that's the key. You have to get past what you've been taught in many cases. See, possibility deals with 2 words. Either can or can't. Now, everything on this earth started from what?
Dirt.
Dirt. Not a bad answer. It started from what? A thought. The clothes you wear. This building. Someone had to think it first. And from that thought, it became reality. Everyone loves to wear jeans, right? I like to wear jeans. I'm not sure exactly who the person was, but whoever that individual was thought and said, you know what? I'm gonna make some jeans. I'm gonna make me some jeans. But it started from a thought. And it started from a I can attitude. Now, I mentioned before, can versus can't. See, when you say I can't do anything, this is what's happening to you. When I ask you to do something, or you have a goal you want to achieve, and you say I can't, you're allowing yourself to mentally shut off. Because if I can't, I don't need to think about it anymore. It can't be done. Now I can go off and do whatever I want to do. And most people try to take that route because that route is the easy route. I can't do it. But for those who say I can, and this is what happens. When you say I can, the next logical question is, how can I? How can I? Your mind starts to work. Because if you say I can, you're thinking, okay, well, if I can, how can I? Now here's your answer. This moves to my second P. If you say I can, the next step is to create a plan. Say I can.
I can.
Say create a plan.
Create a plan.
Now 1 second. I want you to think of that goal, that dream, whatever that is that you have in your mind right now. That thing that you wanted to do last summer, but for some reason life got in your way, so it kind of just trailed off. It happens. I want you to think about that, and then look to your neighbor and just tell him, look, man, it's possible.
It's possible.
Let's do it again, because I'm thinking repetition. The more you do it, the better you become. We all learn through repetition. The more you do it, the better you become. So look at your partner again. Say it's possible.
I have to. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible.
So we have number 1. We have the first P, which is possibility. And with possibility, we will all say to our dreams, our goals, short term or long term, we will say what? That it is possible and that I can. The next step is what? A plan. Nothing happens without a plan. To get from point A, where you are right now, to point B, wherever you want to be in the future. A plan. Now here's a tip of plan to help you out. The more detailed your plan is to succeed, the more likely you are to be a success. Now what do I mean by that? I can create a plan, but I need a detailed plan. A few months ago, I was actually back home speaking at a high school. And I had the opportunity to speak to 2 students. Ironically, they both wanted to be doctors. Great, not a problem. This is the challenge. I pulled one to the side and said, okay, you want to be a doctor? I like that. What's your plan? Well, his answer was, well, I'm in high school, finish high school, then I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, go to college, 4-year school. Okay, that's cool. And then I guess I got to go to medical school. That was his plan. Now, that was a plan. Was it a good plan? No. Was it detailed? No. Now I pulled the other student to the side and I asked her. I said, you mentioned before that you wanted to be a doctor. I love it. You need more doctors. What's your plan? This young lady said, well, you know what? I know what my GPA needs to be. This is where my GPA is at. These are the 4 schools, undergrad, I'm looking at. These are the top 3 medical schools in the country. I know exactly what to do to get there. I've already reached out to doctors in my community and said, what? Look, let me volunteer. Teach me. On the side note, we'll come back to this, because I got to bring this up. If you want to achieve a goal, whatever that goal is, volunteer. Do it for free. It's called the law of reciprocity. The idea, and we're embedded in our memory, in our DNA. If I do something for you at no cost, guess what? In the back of your mind, you kind of feel like you owe me. I'm doing you a solid at no additional cost to you. That is one of the #1 ways to actually get something accomplished. By walking up to someone and saying, let me just help you out. I'm not going to charge you anything. Because when they actually blow up, when they move forward, moving forward, when that happens, guess who they're going to remember? Case in point, we had an election, Barack Obama. We had an election, Barack Obama. Right? Yep. Tons of people volunteered to get him elected. What happened when he got elected? Those same people that volunteered, he said, come on to the White House. You help me out, right? You help me out in Texas? I got a job for you in the White House. I'm going to pay you $100,000. Is $100,000 work for you? That's what he said. Reciprocity. But let me move back to my point, because I had to throw that in here because it's very, very important. We have possibility, we have planning. A detailed plan is what you need to be successful. And the last thing, persistence. Life will look at you as it looks at everyone else and tells you no. Get used to it. It happens. Sorry. But those who are persistent in that challenge, chasing that dream, those are the ones who actually become successful. So you have possibility. We have planning and persistence. Let me give you one little last tip before I go. It's a mantra. See, when I'm challenged with something, I say this throughout the day, all day. I say one thing to myself: can't stop, won't stop. And I say that because I have a goal, I have a dream, I have things that I want to accomplish. And when life steps up to me and say, no, you can't do that, I say to myself, or I even say it aloud, can't stop, won't stop. So when I say can't stop, won't you say won't stop? Can't stop, won't stop. Think about your dream. Think about that challenge that you're dealing with right now. Can't stop, won't stop.